Hi everyone, this is not one of my normal videos, not one of my normal sermons. Um, I will be doing sermons tomorrow. I think I'll be doing two on one on angels, the other on demons, which I've already started. Um, and these will be significantly longer and better than today's, don't you worry. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm kind of ill at the minute. Um, Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the world at the minute with everything going on, you know, whether it's Disney kind of in the crapshoot because, well, basically everything that they've been doing is shit, whether that's, um, well, I'm assuming from this that you guys have probably already seen the trailer for Loki, which in and of itself, the season two just looks dreadful. But yeah, I know you should kind of wait until you see something to judge it, but I've kind of started judging it by the trailers. So if I think the trailers are shit, I can't be asked. Um, I did see Blue Beetle though, and I really enjoyed that. That was probably one of my favorite superhero films. That's probably just underneath superhero movie for me, and superhero movie is like probably my favorite superhero movie of all time, just because how funny it is. Um, and yes, that is very ironic. I've realised that by saying that Drake Bell is suddenly my favorite superhero. So yeah, never mind. um, yeah, well, each to their own anyway. But this is kind of off topic anyway, because I just wanted to talk about kind of general things, non gaming related. I feel like I may start a Fallout series and maybe just talk about the games and talk about why I love them so much. And with certain other things, I might do it. The thing is, I love video games. I very much enjoy kind of, well, speaking about stuff because it gets it off my chest. Um, but yeah, I really do love Fallout. I'm actually replaying through Fallout 4, and yes, it is with mods. I'm not like mentally depraved. I don't go around, just for the sole purpose of like redoing the story again and again. Yeah, no, it's Fallout 4 is not extremely interesting. And I do love New Vegas, but I'm probably going to say something probably extremely controversial, which I probably shouldn't in a way, but I feel that Fallout 4 with mods is actually better than New Vegas. But then again, if I could do Fallout New Vegas with mods, I think that would probably be the better option. But I can't do mods on Xbox. This is the thing. On PlayStation 4, I've been able to, well, PlayStation 5 really, I've been able to mod Fallout 4, and it's pretty much for the better. There's a heck of a lot of improvements, including like a whole zombie world and Atlantis. I mean, the creativity that some of these modders have come up with is just friggin' chef's kiss. Beautiful. Very beautiful. But speaking about the world, Doctor Who's 60th anniversary is coming up, and I am a massive nerd on Doctor Who, so I'll be looking forward to that, and I'm sure many other people are. The thing is, I feel like a lot of people like me will use gaming as kind of a coping mechanism because you want to escape from the world and everything that's going on. Um, whether that be the whole situation with Russell Brand, which is beyond, or internet privacy now being, kaput, or, basically London at the minute. There's been, I think, 16 stabbings, is it? Jesus. It is not good, and that's this year alone. There's been a problem with knife crime in London for a heck of a long time, and I feel like it's only getting worse. And I feel like as time goes on, the more and more people get involved, and kind of the worse the situation will get. And I feel like, well, this is probably going to be another controversial thing to say. I feel like with Sadiq Khan in charge, that he's not exactly going to do anything because he doesn't care. Low income families get stabbed. Low income, people injure someone else, even if it's a rich kid that does it to the poor. They don't necessarily care. They care for the rich kid, but they don't care for the poor. And this is the problem. I feel like a lot of these issues just get pushed behind or kind of pushed to the side just because people are poor. And that's wrong. It's like, how many people really have to die before you kind of grow a heart and before you actually see the problems that your country really is facing. The UK at the minute is buggered, whether you speak about economy, whether you speak about Brexit, the floods. There is many problems within the UK, well, including many other things I won't mention. But, there are a lot of bad people in the world, and you do find that in the UK as well. I didn't even know what to say. The thing is, I wanted to speak about it because it was a thing that I was kind of really, really sad about. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be happening. It should have been one of those things that was dealt with. I kind of remember. Sorry, guys. I remember back in 2014 when Sadiq Khan first said, "Oh, I'm gonna fix knife crime. I'm gonna make it better." And at that moment, I thought, "Yeah, this guy's so great. This guy's amazing. This guy's gonna, do great things for London and help people." And lo and behold, it's 2023 now. It's nearly been around 10 years since that time he spoke. And what's happened in London? Fat old nothing. No laws have been passed, no metal detectors, no stop and search, no nothing. And as for the people who say, no, it's an invasion of privacy, it's an invasion of privacy to have stop and search and to have beepity beeps. And it's just like, no, sorry. I don't know why I called it a beepity beep, just because I couldn't think of the word. Beepity beeps. Brilliant. Fair. But yeah, I've forgotten the word, so I'm just going to continue to say beefity beeps. Metal detectors. There we are. That's funny. Oh, fair. But anyway, this is my unheralded, very quirky self. Um, but yeah, basically, what I feel now within London, that a lot of people kind of, well, really, they don't have the right to privacy anymore. At the end of the day, they happy to like go around and loiter and attack people and, hold knives or stab people or do certain things like, you know, selling drugs or whatever. But that's kind of gang life in London. Gang life has been very bad in London since 2014, and this is me watching with a faraway eye. I don't live in London, I don't live anywhere near London at the minute, but my dad was born there, and my mum was kind of raised there, so I've kind of taken an interest in London, and also I do have quite a bit of family there. Um, but yeah, this London situation is kind of a joke at the minute because I feel like because of the timing of this as well, with like the whole oh we wanna save kids, we wanna help kids, we wanna help kind of everyone we can of the younger generation, but it's just like complete bollocks. Sorry, YouTube, I just need to say that. But it is. At the end of the day, it's like how many kids, how many people are gonna die before anybody gives a shit? How many times is it going to be enough? Because I feel like this is going to continue and carry on, and more people are going to die. And this is the issue. This isn't a new problem. If this was a new problem, I'd say okay, start rolling out the metal detectors, nip it in the bud now. But it's not a new problem. People have been dying since 2014, and it's just like it's not old people, it's young people who have like nearly the friggin' entirety of their lives in front of them. In a way, it's very heartbreaking to see. I'm 23 now. I'm old enough to kind of understand the whole, well, life and death thing. And it's just ridiculous that for some reason, because people are poor, because people aren't so well off, they're just kind of shunned to the side. Whereas if it was a rich kid who was stabbed, or if it was somebody, higher class who was involved, it would be solved right away. Um, Usually, what happens when rich people have these kind of issues within their own inner circle, they will go relatively and find it and deal with it and kind of find a way for themselves to prosper and to benefit their children and to kind of raise them out of the situation. But when it comes to like low income families or like families like below the poverty line and under the unemployment line, they just do not care. And this is a thing that has kind of, well, slowly pissed me off. It was today that kind of the, well, the bomb in my head just kind of went off, and I just said kind of enough. It's just beyond. It's just beyond. It needs to be talked about. And I don't even know. The thing is, it's so sad, and I I don't feel like I can, keep a kind of straight, happy, kind, happy-go-lucky face about it because it's just so sad. because so many, good, probably nice, probably kind, probably caring young people are just kind of having their light from God just snuffed out completely. And, you know, I don't feel like the world is a kind place right now. I don't feel like the world is a very nice place right now. And the thing is, it's just very sad and nasty to see, to be deadly honest. I really hope that this situation does get solved, but as I said, London, everywhere else, they aren't willing to do anything. So it's just going to carry on, and more kids and more people are going to die because the kind of, well, whether it be Tory, whether it be Labour, whether it be, any kind of rich, well off politician, you know, they'll happily kind of sit there and be happy with themselves when, people are dying, people are starving, people are way below the poverty line and barely even surviving. It's like a lot of people now in this friggin' cost of living crisis have ended up going to food banks. I luckily am not one of those people, but there's been a heck of a lot of people who have had to. I have friends who have had to go there. So, you know, um, but it's not even, it's not a nice thought, let alone a nice place. Um, but yeah, I don't even know what to say. Oh yeah, the main point that I was going to make is that the kind of the politicians and like the whole of London kind of saying, "Oh, we are, protecting the future of the kids. We're protecting the future of everyone by doing all this online thing." And even though they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're protecting people by looking into messages and doing all this," and you know, I feel like in that aspect it's probably a good thing because, well, a lot of bad people will probably be caught doing bad things. Um, whether, you know, that is murder or any other horrible, nasty things. I don't want to kind of say it because I feel like these videos need to see it, and this video needs to be seen. And I feel like the more I say, the more likely the more likely it's probably going to get censored. And it's like they keep saying, "Oh, we want to protect the kids. You want to protect the future. You want to protect the kids. You want to protect the future." Then why are you letting so many people, whether young, whether old, you know, does it really matter how many people's light, how many people have to be snuffed out before you all kind of sit there and realize and, you stop, well, drinking a nice wine or, enjoying luxury, whatever it is, you guys are pretty well off. And I'm not just speaking to people. I'm mostly speaking to politicians, and I just feel as if they really, really don't care. They really don't. And the main problem in my mind is that unless it happened to somebody rich, it's never going to get dealt with. And this is a a extremely unfortunate and extremely sad reality of London now, because a lot of people are being killed by stabbings, and people, I imagine, have probably lost friends, lost family members, or probably either related to gang violence or possibly domestic abuse situations. You never know. But it's not a it's not a very good place to be right now, is London. And I feel like it's getting to a point where everywhere else is kind of shit scared to, well, basically, I feel like any parent at the minute is probably shit scared to let anyone out because of knife crime. And in a way, I wouldn't blame anyone, because knife crime at the minute is as kind of worse as it's ever been, and it continues to be on the rise and to get worse. And, you know, I'm sure if you're a parent, you care for that person who you've brought up for so many years. So it's just very sad. It is a very sad and very unfortunate reality. And I don't know, maybe this video will make a difference, maybe it won't. I just needed to say my piece. I am very sad about the current situation, and in a way, I wish I could kind of wave a friggin' magic wand and make it all better and make people, happy and not carry knives and don't murder and don't hurt other people. But there's not going to be that day. Politicians aren't going to care. A lot of middle class aren't going to care. They're just going to carry on with their lives. It's only the kind of poverty stricken and the people who are near below, average and all sorts of things. Like the people who are struggling right now, just in general. I don't feel like, well off middle class people can understand. I feel like people who are kind of living by the by, like me, who, just has to kind of use whatever money I get to get shopping or to get bathroom stuff or anything else. Well, anything else important, really. It's not like I'm like going out on the lash or getting video games every 5 minutes. I, I get what I need to get to survive, pretty much. And it's the same for a lot of people. And I feel like the middle class and the higher class and all that will not care. They won't give a shit. They're probably not going to pick up their phones. They're probably not going to even listen to some friggin' Welsh guy moaning about London and what a friggin' state it's in. And the only reason I do moan is because I do kind of care about London, because I spent a bit of my childhood there, and as well as the fact that my dad, I'm a member from London as well, so I don't know. Not an easy world. Anyway, I do hope, obviously, that this gets sorted, and that in 10 years from now, that this is all over. But I've got a sneaking suspicion that possibly even in 10 years, maybe it'll get bad enough where it's not just kids anymore. But praying for that not to be an eventuality, and praying for, well, Britain at the minute. Anyway, I hope you well, I doubt any of you would kind of, well, I'm happy you've watched this video, and it's probably been, well, good, but I am very sad and kind of unhappy with everything going on in the UK at the minute, and it's just not a good life. Anyway, I send all my condolences out to whoever has had family or friends or anything to do with this matter, and they've kind of, well, if they've, died or just had any sort of problems due to knife crime or issues due to knife crime. And it's very, very sad. Anyway, I've just kind of been blabbering on now. I've been trying to be as kind of sincere and positive and, as good as I can be on the case. I'm, trying to speak about this in a very serious way. And if you guys kind of like, you see me, if I smirk or something like that, it's not because I'm happy. I just nervous laugh a lot when I'm really anxious. So I nervous laugh when I'm extremely anxious, and I get friggin' anxious all the time. But it's not exactly surprising in the world we live in. It's very buggered, I'd say. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Like and subscribe. All the best. Bye.